All right, so I did a video on the non-grantor status of the trust that I talk about. Now let's talk about irrevocable, because irrevocable in a legislative law trust is completely different than what I mean when I say that our trust has an irrevocable pillar. Irrevocable means that once you as the trustee sell an asset to the private non-grantor spendthrift trust, it is irrevocable by a court, meaning if I take my personal residence, my personal vehicles, my business, and all of my investments today, and I legally sell them to my new private trust, a court cannot undo that sale. Now, my personal lawyer had an ex-wife go after his trust after we set it up for him. We put his law firm, all of his investment properties, his businesses, all of his assets were legally sold into this trust. And when the trust was challenged in court, they were not able to pierce the veil. They were not able to get to the assets because it's completely separated from the trustee. So as long as the trust is set up correctly, when you sell something to the trust, it is irrevocable, meaning a court cannot turn over that sale and allow that asset to be taken out of the trust. This is very powerful. See, in a normal living trust or any type of legislative law irrevocable trust, all you're doing is conveying an asset into the trust, and then it's irrevocable, meaning it's very hard to get back out. That is completely different than having a private trust with an irrevocable pillar. So now I've talked about non-grantor, which is separating you from the ownership of those assets, where you can legally sell all of your assets into the trust. But now you have pillar number 2, which is irrevocable, meaning once that is done, as long as it is done correctly and legally, no court can turn that over. There's no turnover order that can pierce the veil of this trust. So if you have a kid that gets in an accident and they hurt somebody, or your dog gets out and bites the neighbor and they want to try to sue you, as long as the trust was set up correctly, the assets were sold to the trust correctly, no court, no turnover order, nothing can pierce the veil of this trust and get to your assets. So this is video 2 of video 5. If you missed video 1, you can go back to my profile and watch part 1 of this 5-part series. I'm going to be doing the next one on complex. That is very important as well. And as always, love you all. If you guys want to learn more about this trust and how to set it up for you and your family, you can go into my bio, click the link, book an appointment with me and my team. And as always, love you all.